the following presentation of the National Football League. One pride, it's time. Please welcome Dan Campbell and your defending NFC North champion, Detroit Lions.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Will Reichert will get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll take this to about the 28. Byron Murphy there on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver.
8 yards to go.
And it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's gone. He's got his man complete. That's too small. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Lions first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. I mean, you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. That's Jonathan Grenard in for the stop. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. First carry for David Montgomery. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Taylor Decker, the former Buckeye, guilty on that one. A 2nd down throw for Goff. This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete. Isaac Tesla was the intended target. Third down coming up.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
That's a short one caught by Laporta. He'll be stopped here short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. On fourth down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro for the season to go. Jack Fox to punt. Trying to be a little too perfect there and hit right at the goal line. Continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll motion over Thielen. Now here's Aaron Jones. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
At the 47-yard line.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
They'll go back to Jones on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it's going to be 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Deep for the Lions, Collie Freeman. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Lions offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
To throw is Goff. Will go right back to Laporta. He'll be stopped here, short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. Here's Jack Fox now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. Kirsten Darrisaw, the first-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. From the gun, here's McCarthy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
A gain of 19 yards.
They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is. It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
1st and 10. They run it once more with Jones. Finding room to the 20. And he'll take this one in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Reichert good with the extra point. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Nothing.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Inside the 40. A terrific run, finally brought down, but he's inside the 35-yard line. A long one from Gibbs. 41 yards.
Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
On play action, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
Third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for third down. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On fourth down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it, and they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Vikings offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with their 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is... Oh, in trouble, and down he goes! That is Brian Branch, up from his safety spot to record the sack.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Gain of 7.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Lions offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. Working free downfield. It is Williams. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Off to throw on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4. Here's Goff. To the outside, that's St. Brown. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass was to be on target, no catch, and now 4th down.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, he creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
On the draw, here's Jones. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that is incomplete, but a flag is down back in the backfield. Did they hit the quarterback late? Here's 1st and 10. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the zone read, it's McCarthy. Still churning, but he lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down. We'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll motion over Thielen. Throwing on second down is McCarthy. To the right side, corralled by Thielen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and 4.
The shotgun. It's a throw from McCarthy. The pressure is too much, and he goes down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
On fourth down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Riker's kick is good. And the Vikings will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense make their way out to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll swing this out to Montgomery. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
A toss to the right. Here comes Gibbs.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Williams in motion. Now, faking the give. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
2nd and 11. From the gun, it's caught. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
You just can't defend a pass much better than that, Mike. And the way they teach these defenders is attack the receiver's hand with your hands. That's the catch point that you want to disrupt, and makes a really nice play on the ball, and he's able to knock it out of bounds.
Throwing here is Goff. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return. How good is that? Backs him up all the way to the 2. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Oh, got to be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's going to manage to get this out of harm's way, bring it up to the 5-yard line. Good gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7. To throw is McCarthy. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down, Minnesota.
25 yards. First down, Vikings.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long one.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 9. Now McCarthy. Now he'll run. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
The key coming into the game, anytime you're about to defend a quarterback like this, is it's not so much about rushing the quarterback for a sack as much as it is about rushing a quarterback to keep him in the pocket. He is more dangerous when he's able to escape. Keep the integrity of your rush lanes. Rush as a unit. You can see here, when you don't, he gets out of the pocket, and it's a big play. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
A loss of 4 yards. And it's third down. 3rd and 15.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And now things are going to get more difficult. Movement up front, going to move them further back. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. This one is caught. It is a touchdown. There's a marker down. Let's see if it holds up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Quit cheating out there!
Will Riker down, on for the extra point. He gets it to go. The Vikings move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Lions nothing.
Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense ready to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive, as they'll begin here with first down. Goff. That's caught. Finds a slot. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Seemed like the receiver Mike ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Throwing on second down. Goff. Right side and brought in by Williams.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They'll run with Gibbs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. The Lions all their first time out. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
It's gonna be a good game, boys! You got this! You got this! Fellas, turn it up!
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. He'll be stopped here short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. He's got his man complete. That's to Slaw. And he's going to have a Lions first down. They find a way to convert on fourth down and pick up 10 yards.
That's good.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On first down, it's Goff. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
A second down throw for Goff. That is caught to the goal line and in. Isaac to Small. Touchdown, Lions. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Bates is good with the extra point. And the Lions are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Lions 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
At their own 26-yard
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He takes off. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
A gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 54 yards out. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll motion over Thielen. Now Jones. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
We spent so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And the Lions first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming, and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 5.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Goff to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, This touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Vikings 17, Lions 14.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. A run. It's Jones. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw, it's McCarthy. It's the right side and corralled by Thielen. 13 yards on that pass play. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
16
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Here's Hawkinson in motion. The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. Oh, and once again, the pressure too intense. They get him down again.
And now you need 2 hands to count how many sacks they've recorded in this one, Mike. I mean, they have been relentless throughout the game, and they get another big stop here.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings.
For the Vikings.
He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll be brought down from 1-A run down to the 40. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
He's got space inside the 25, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
First and 10.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Laporta in motion. Goff with the give to Montgomery. Finding space at the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Lions.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Vikings 17.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. On the handoff, Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What you see there is really the key to a good free safety blitz. Time the snap so that the offense cannot determine that you're rushing. It's exactly what happened here. He's able to bring the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's McCarthy. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Al-Quadin Muhammad getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Catch made by Thielen. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. They'll break the huddle. coming up now for 1st and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Aiden Hutchinson in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and just line up and snap it again.
It is 3rd and long. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. There's Jefferson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Yes, he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. Raymond going to return it. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Get this complete. It's Williams over the middle.
Jamison Williams. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gains.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's the Lions punt team now.
For the Lions.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Big play from the special teams there, Greg. Not only do they come up with the block, but they return it for the touchdown, get a little bit of momentum with this big play.
Yeah, and there's always a little bit of a risk and reward that a coach has to balance anytime he calls for a punt rush. And we saw there exactly why you do it. You're able to get your hand, block the ball, and in this case, you get the extra bonus because it leads to a touchdown.
Riker's good with the extra point. And the Vikings extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing here is Goff. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And we brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter.
And the Lions first down. 1st and 10.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. First and 10. On to the 4th quarter, and it begins with a run by Gibbs. Now, a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell. Goff. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. 2nd time they've looked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
That's good. 4 on Lions. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown. At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, Goff. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Quick throw, and it's going to wind up incomplete. That is the run-pass option. Choose pass. Defender able to close it down and bring up 4th down.
So with these RPOs, Mike, it really just comes down to trusting your quarterback to make split-second decisions and make the right read. And if you don't, you kind of just waste the down, and that's what we saw here.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to tie things up here in the 4th. This one is hooking, and he missed it. No good. Wide to the left. and the deficit will stay right where it is.
And that could very well wind up being a critical miss. I mean, you got to be able to rely on your kickers at this stage of the game. But he can't come through, and this one stays a 3-point game.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Flag comes in as he's forward for about 3 yards. But we'll need to check on the call. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a good bounce back there. They'll get this back very close to that first down mark.
It's a gain of 16.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in first and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
And now the punting unit will come up as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And are they going to mark this out of bounds? They are. It's out at the 1-yard line. What a kick. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Williams in motion. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He's now close to the 20.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action. Goff. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
At the 21-yard line.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Laporta in motion. From the gun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The Lions will punt this ball away. be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense headed back to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They run it once more with Jones. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll run the sneak. He's going to have a Vikings first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Vikings first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the give, it's Jones. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 4. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he's going to get upended right at the line of scrimmage. And he's picked up and thrown down. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. We'll get this into the hands of Thielen. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They get 24 on that one. First down, Minnesota. They'll motion over Thielen. They'll go back to Jones on first down. And he'll get about 5.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. To throw, it's McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but there is a penalty flag on the play. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and good. The Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
21.
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. To throw is gone. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
That's good.
They get 10 yards on the hook up there. 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's right side and into the hands of Tesla. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now, 2nd and 4.
Hey, we gotta switch it up. We gotta switch it up. Let's get in that end zone.
That's quickly out to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Hey, I got him, man. I got him.
Back to the air, it's Goff. Right side, It's Laporta, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To throw is Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's fourth down.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And Detroit's going to use their second timeout, and their little chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's Gibbs. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Here's first down. Goff to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but there is a flag down. And we'll check in with our referee. Now, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs.
Complete to Jahmyr Gibbs. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, on second and long. Throwing, Goff. Catch is made by Wright. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third down.
Goff to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from downtown Detroit.